I signed the divorce papers with shaking hands, and that same night, I found something my husband never meant for me to see. I was 45, exhausted, angry, convinced our love was already dead. I thought leaving would finally save me. But what I discovered wasn't betrayal, it was silence, sacrifice, a secret he carried alone for years to protect me. In that moment, my heart broke in a way no lawyer ever could. If you've ever felt unseen, unloved, or ready to walk away, please don't blink. Because what I learned almost came too late, and it might change how you see love forever. My name doesn't really matter, but my story does. I'm 45 years old, living in Australia, and for most of my life, I believed I was doing everything right. I work a steady job, pay my bills, and tried to be the strong one in my family. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. And I'm the woman who thought love was supposed to feel easier than it did. From the outside, my marriage looked normal. Two adults sharing a house, sharing responsibilities, sharing years. But inside that house, I felt lonely in ways I didn't know how to explain. I started believing that silence meant indifference, that distance meant he no longer cared. I told myself I was being brave by choosing myself. I told myself walking away was strength, not fear. But what I didn't realize then was that I was standing at the edge of the biggest mistake of my life. At first, my life felt stable, not happy, just stable enough to survive without questions. Our days followed the same pattern: work, dinner, sleep, repeat. He wasn't cruel. He wasn't unfaithful. That almost made it worse. I wanted passion, reassurance, and he gave me silence. He woke up early every morning and came home late. Always tired, always distracted. I told myself he was choosing work over me. When I talked, he listened quietly. When I cried, he hugged me without explanation. I wanted answers, not arms. Slowly, I started keeping score. Who initiated conversations? Who planned dates? Who tried harder? I noticed he stopped talking about his feelings. I didn't ask why. I assumed he didn't have any left. Friends would say, "At least he's loyal." That sentence hurt more than they knew. Was loyalty all that remained? I began imagining a different life, one where I felt seen, one where someone asked how my day really was. The warnings were small. Unopened messages on his phone, late night showers, long stares out the window. I didn't see pain, I saw distance, and I filled the gaps with my own fears. Instead of asking questions, I built stories in my head. Stories where I was unwanted, stories where I was wasting my life. I stopped touching him first, stopped sharing little thoughts. I told myself I was protecting my heart. The house grew quiet in a dangerous way. Not peaceful, empty. One night, I asked him if he was still happy. He said, "I am trying." I heard that as failure. That was the moment I began to emotionally leave. I didn't pack bags, I packed resentment. I spoke to a lawyer before I spoke honestly to my husband. That decision still haunts me. Filing the paperwork felt cold and unreal, like signing off on a stranger's life. I told myself it was necessary. He didn't fight me. That silence felt like confirmation. I mistook restraint for lack of love. The days after were heavy. Awkward conversations, careful movements around each other. I felt powerful and broken at the same time. Certain I was doing the right thing, terrified I wasn't. Then, one ordinary evening, just before everything shattered, I noticed something I was never meant to find. Rock bottom came quietly, not with shouting, but with a piece of paper I wasn't meant to read. I was looking for an old insurance document when I found a folder hidden behind tax files, medical reports, appointment dates, years of them, and suddenly the room felt too small to breathe in. My hands went numb as I read words I didn't understand at first. A condition he'd been managing alone, treatments scheduled during those long workdays. Fatigue I had called distance, silence I had called lack of love. I sank to the floor and realized I hadn't just lost a marriage, I had lost years of truth. I remembered every time I complained, every time I accused him with my silence. My chest burned with shame. Fear wrapped around my throat. I whispered, "Oh God, what have I done?" And for the first time, I understood how deeply alone he must have been. That night, he stood in the doorway and said softly, "I didn't want you to worry." I couldn't look at him, because in trying to save myself, I had almost destroyed the one person who was protecting me all along. Silence is not always lack of love. When someone goes quiet, it doesn't always mean they stopped caring. Sometimes it means they're carrying something heavy alone. Before you assume the worst, ask with kindness, not anger. Don't build stories without truth. I filled the gaps with my fears instead of facts. Your mind can create lies when you don't communicate. Always check the truth before you let your thoughts destroy something real. Talk before you decide to leave. I spoke to a lawyer before I spoke honestly to my partner. That order almost cost me everything. Hard conversations can save what silent decisions will destroy. Love doesn't always look loud. Movies teach us love should be big and obvious. Real love is often quiet, tired, and still choosing you every day. Learn to see effort, not just words. Don't wait until it's almost too late. I waited for pain to force the truth out. You don't have to reach rock bottom to ask for honesty. Choose courage early, not regret later. If you are watching this and you are under 45, please don't rush to end something just because it feels quiet or hard right now. Love doesn't always shout when it's struggling. Sometimes it whispers, and we miss it because we're tired, hurt, or afraid. My warning is simple, and it comes from regret. Don't assume silence means absence of love. Don't make permanent decisions before you have honest conversations. Today, do one small thing. Ask the person you love, "Are you okay?" and really listen to the answer without defending yourself. That single question can change a future. I can't go back and undo my fear, but I can share my truth with you. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more real stories like this, you can subscribe.